This is gonna be a live episode. I'm starting recording, but yeah. Good. I'll do a clap just to show it. Just do one of these or something, just to tell me that it's almost done here.
What?
Yeah, just so you can tell me when it's almost done.
Oh, like a sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Let's do it.
Welcome to Beer Budz episode 6. We're at 6 now, man. No special guest today, right?
No, Jeffrey doesn't want to.
I know. He's here today, though. But he's checking us out. He's our audience today. We'll probably give a little... Actually, check out the Instagram or Twitter. And even... not YouTube, but Twitter for sure. And Instagram. You'll be able to see him on there. He's right here in our audience. He's just smiling. He's embarrassed. You guys. Anyways, for Beer Budz episode 6, we're actually going to be... tasting out sour beers. One of my favorites, besides stouts, I think it is my second favorite type of beer. I don't know about you.
Diving into the world of sour beers. I don't know. Sour beers are weird, but I guess I don't know. We might. I feel like we're gonna run into some shitty beers today. I have like yeah.
Well, okay.
It feels like
maybe
like stout day because we love stouts.
But even Stout Day was shitty, dude. I gave him a 4 out of 10.
Stout Day was shitty.
So the ones we like are going to be shitty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a weird one.
We have Modern Times, though. And Modern Times is pretty good. But today we have Modern Times. I don't remember the names.
Petrus Brewing and Hangar 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Petrus, actually Petrus does a lot of like aged type of beers. So in barrels, oak aged, rum barrel. Bourbon barrel aged beers, but they also do a lot of sours. I know that for sure because I had their Petrus sour mango before and all that.
Ooh, oh, Petrus!
Yeah,
is
you
at
remember
the
that?
Rusty Monk.
Yeah, they have it at the Rusty Monk. They didn't
like,
have it last time.
We
though.
had like 2 sours at least from the Rusty Monk from them.
Yes, that is correct.
And they're always like above 7%.
Yes. All right. So before we start into the beers, we're again gonna just reiterate which one we're gonna be doing. We don't know what kind of order we're gonna go for, but first one is gonna be Modern Times.
Modern Times first?
No, well, I mean just the name of Modern Times.
Usually we do the best ones first. I mean last.
Last.
Yeah.
Well, we know how Modern Times is. I don't want to say Modern Times for that because we already know how it is. But the one we're doing this time is the Modern Times, and it's a sour gose. So it's still sour beer, and we're gonna explain what sour beers are. The next one is again Hangar 24. The full name of it was Hangar 24. Highway 111 Lime Gose. Another gose, but it is a sour beer. Goses are sour beers.
What is I've never heard of Gose?
Yeah.
Like
Gose, it's G-O-S-E. I don't know the...
Is it gose or goose?
It's not goose. Goose is G-O-O-S-E.
We goes.
Yeah. But all of these actually have been... they're all from California. I know this one's California. Hangar 24 is California. Petrus, I don't know if Petrus is from California. But this is going to be a Petrus Aged Ale. But it has a sour scale of 5 out of 5. Maybe you can see on the video, but if not, we'll take a picture of it. There'll be snapshots on the video itself too. But this is an ale aged in oak feeders. I don't know what that is.
Petrus is from Belgium.
But Petrus, there you go. Well, that's why they have it at the Rusty Monk. There you go. But Petrus again is another sour beer. Even though it's an aged ale, if it's an ale, it could be a sour beer. A Saison could be a sour. Sour beer is essentially just any type of beer that has a sourness to it, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to go get started with the first one, you choose, man.
All right, man.
You choose your first one.
Let's do Modern Times.
Okay. So he's gonna get the first one. While that's happening, real quick on what sour beer is because I didn't know what it was, and from reading it, apparently, and again, this is my little cheat sheet right here just to make sure I don't fuck up. But sour beer is actually one of the oldest beers in history. Like according to there's no actual good source that I could find besides Wikipedia. This other one I have is vinepair.com, but it's actually one of the oldest beers in history, and I think that has to be due to the fact that beers themselves were sour. They were just the way they're made. They end up being sour. So any beer back in history was sour. Right, and the reason is because of that bacteria they had, which was lactobacillus, a bacteria that turns sugars into lactic acid. The other one, the second bacteria for the sour beers is Pediococcus. Pediococcus.
It sounds like dinosaur
pedophile. It's all right. It's Pediococcus. That's legit how it sounds like. That is it. And it's a bacteria in the same family as Lactobacillus that's often used in Belgian beers to add acidity. So it's these two primary bacteria that actually made the sour beers, and they were actually present in a lot of historic beers back in the day, the ales, because they didn't. The fermenting process was a lot different back then compared to now. They didn't have all these high-tech machinery that you see now for beer, so a lot of them did end up actually being sour at that time. But yeah, it's just because right here, as it says, it's pure yeast cultures were not available, right? So that's where that from high-tech machinery and all that makes it, so you can have pure yeast cultures.
Did you go into like what makes it actually sour?
Well, it's those two bacterias. I don't know what kind of chemical in that bacteria does it, but it's the Lactobacillus, the Pediococcus, and then there's another one that I don't. It's not a bacteria, but it's an agent. It's the Brettanomyces.
So this bacteria is in the beer.
Yes. Well, beer is bacteria, man.
So it's like kombucha.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, it's like kombucha.
So it's good. It's like it's like drinking or eating anything fermented.
Yeah. And one keynote on sour beers actually is that because it's wild yeast and they have to ferment for a long time, it actually the sourness that it comes out at can be extremely unpredictable. So even if you have an exact process of doing it, you can't really decide how much bacteria is going to end up living in the beer, right? So it can be very unpredictable, and according to this, it takes months to ferment and can even take up to years to mature. So there you go.
So then they have to like leave it for a year?
Months to a year for it to ferment. I think that's also why you see so many barrel-aged sour beers. So many of them are barrel-aged.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know how sour it's going to turn out, or what if it's really bad.
Yeah. And the most common ones are sours are the American Wild Ales, the Berliner Weiss, the Flanders Red Ale. Like, there's so many type of beers out there. The Gose. That's a top fermented beer.
What is the Gose? Because we have two of those right now. So Gose.
Yeah, because the Modern Times is a Gose, and so is the Petrus.
So what is a top fermented beer then?
That's another episode we gotta get into on fermentation and the history and how to freaking create beer. That's a whole nother episode in and of itself.
It's all a chemistry.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. We should get Jeffrey to create our beer for us, honestly.
Yeah,
he's an engineer. Yeah, get him. Tell him to take it to his lab. Get the lambic beer, and then the last one, lambic beer, which is actually don't know what that is, but it's a spontaneously fermented beer made in the Pauw-Tjitenen region around Brussels, Belgium. Again, most of this originated in Belgium by the looks of it.
What's that?
And then Oud Bruin.
That's Viking beer.
Yeah, it's also Belgium and Flemish region. But yeah.
I just said that because it sounds...
Maybe, but it says Flemish. So Finland, I guess, was Viking though. But in a nutshell, that's what sour beers are. They're just a fermentation process. It takes a long time. Lets the bacteria grow to give it that sour taste. So it's not a pure yeast. And there's just different styles to it. The flavor for each sour beer essentially is just tardiness on almost every single one. You might come across some that aren't too tardy, but it's very unpredictable. They can be very good. I wouldn't recommend, I think, a sour beer to new user.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Because sour beers tend to put off, I think most people don't.
But what if you don't know anything about a beer and you try it and it's like, because sometimes you can get it's kind of fruity.
Yeah.
And then you get the people who like tart.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get
and then you give
right
them a
level,
sour one. Yeah, that's the thing.
If you get the right level, because you don't
know their level.
It's like a warhead.
Yeah, you don't know their level. That's the thing. They'll do it like, this is too sour and shit. So yeah. I wouldn't recommend ever letting someone do sour beers at their first time if you want to introduce them to beers. Sour beers is something you want to try down the road, or just once you introduce them to a little bit, try out sour beers. Maybe they'll like it. You know, it's very interesting. Anyways,
let's do this.
All right.
Modern Times.
Yeah.
What was it called? Modern Times. This one is.
It's a ghost, but it's the Modern Times. Yeah, you can get it out.
So this is the Modern Times Fruitlands. Oh, it's just the regular Fruitlands. Tropical fruit.
The tropical fruit ghost, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the correct way to pronounce it. Let's see how it's pronounced. Pronounce ghost. Pronounce. You could go ahead and try it. I'm just searching this up. Oh, we didn't even pop it in front of the mic. We messed up this time. My bad.
I did.
Oh, good job, dude. I should have heard it. That's the taste. That's good. Simple. Easy. So the pronunciation of ghost is the same way as the name Rosa.
What?
With emphasis on the O and the E, making it sound like so. Sound. Like so. Gosa. Yeah, Gosa. Wait, I was saying something there. I was saying ghost. So it's ghost. That's how you pronounce ghost. Gosa. Well, G-O-S-E, you
Ghost.
pronounce it Gosa.
Goes
So
So it's
once again, it's
Gose.
modern times.
Fruitland,
Fruitland, Gosa.
Fruitland, and then I forgot the fruit.
It's a
that they
tropical
use,
fruit. Yeah,
tropical
Fruitlands.
fruit.
So it's modern times, Fruitlands, Gosa. That's what it is.
It's a Pilsner malted wheat.
Yeah, and the main fruits on this one is the passion fruit and the guava. So, I mean, I already tasted it, and I like it. It smells kind of good too.
Yeah, it smells delicious.
It smells very tarty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the graphic too. I think the graphic, even before like trying it, I kind of, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, I love the smell. I love the taste. Modern Times is a very solid beer, like brewery company.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. I'm never disappointed. The body for it is very light. You get a light little like sparkle, not a sparkle. I don't know how to describe it. Like a sting.
Tingling?
Yeah, tingling. There you
Yeah.
go. A sour tingly feeling. A very light arrowhead sour tingly feeling in your mouth when you first try it. But the feel of it in your mouth is very light. It doesn't feel heavy.
No, yeah, and it's like a 4.8 alcohol volume.
Oh yes, we forgot.
So-
Yeah, IBU
so-
17.
Is the
International Business Unit.
Okay.
Very weird number.
Yeah,
Don't ever trust that
kinda
number.
seems arbitrary.
It is very
Yeah.
arbitrary number. At least from what we read, we might be wrong to any beer experts or alcohol experts out there, but it does seem like a very arbitrary number, the IBU, because like we mentioned before, you can have a high IBU, which is a bitterness unit, and it's not as bitter as something that might have a lower scale.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like it. I know what I'm giving it, and the taste, if I could describe it, I mean, I don't have a description for the taste. You?
I have the perfect description. A funky refreshment.
A funky refreshment. What the fuck is that? What's a funky? That's what they say. So on the site it says it's a funky refreshment. I'm like, what the hell? For me, it just seems like
I can't get over the fact that it's like a kombucha, because now
that's
I
what I was about to say.
It
does taste
reminds me of kombucha.
like, because of what he mentioned. I'm not even trying. I was about to say that too. To me, it reminds me of a passion fruit kombucha or the pomegranate kombucha.
Yeah. And I think we should try. This is the same thing. This is a Fruitlands, but Rose Edition. So this is like a little spin on the same beer.
Is it?
Yeah, we should probably try.
All right.
We should try it right after we finish this one. Oh, my bad. What did I say? Rose? Rose, yeah.
Fruitlands Rosé edition. All right, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm ready to give this thing a final score, though. I mean, not a final score, initial reviewing, initial scoring for today's selection of beer selection.
What's your score?
I gotta say, I like Modern Times. I think it's a solid beer. You won't fuck up, and for beers that you don't fuck up, you get a solid 7 out of 10.
Nice.
You don't get an 8 out of 10. That's a good beer. I mean, it's
That's
not a bad beer. It's
Yeah.
just saying like, that's a B. You know, when you're doing
Yeah.
B, you're doing okay in school. You're getting a 3.0. You're flying like C. Like you're doing. I mean, it's average, but you're still doing okay.
So you gave 7.
hmm
Yeah.
That's not a bad score though.
That's not a bad score, because I give it a 6.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Because I don't know. It's for me. It tastes a little. At least this time, a little watered down.
Maybe.
You know, like the sourness scale wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't that sour.
Because when I had the Fruitland,
Which we should say
before-
sourness scale too.
yeah, but before I think we tried it, for the first time, I was like blown away by it. But I didn't even know it was a sour. I thought it was just like a fruit beer or something. But since I want to kind of try a sour this time, it's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'll keep the. Oh, look at that color, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you can, but it is actually very rosy looking rosé. Yeah, in the light, that's sick. Okay, for the Modern Times of Fruitlands one though, with the passion fruit, I still keep it a 7 out of 10. I do understand the watered down feeling because I was gonna maybe describe it like that at first. I was gonna describe it like it's watered down and it has a little sourness to it, or a little like grapefruit to it. But I still give it a 7 out of 10. I think of sourness. I think for someone who doesn't drink sour beer, they'll probably. I would say it's a 2 out of 5 for them. For someone who's accustomed to sour beer, it's a 1 out of 5 for sure. For the sourness scale.
Yeah.
It's not too sour.
Sense. Yeah, I agree with that.
So this one right here, which we went straight into it, is the Fruitlands, and this is a rosé edition from Modern Times, which is cherries, raspberries, cranberries, and lemons. It's a 2-row. What the hell is a 2-row? White wheat, flaked wheat. What? So it's a two-row white wheat, flaked wheat, malts. So they used all those wheats for the malts. There's so much to beer, you guys don't even understand. There's a lot to it.
It got complicated.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into beers.
It with like a rosé.
Yeah, there's a lot into beers. Oh, here's a dog. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but my dog is here. But there's a lot that goes into beer, and to explain everything in one podcast is impossible. So we'll get to everything. We'll get to wheat. We'll eventually get a thing to maybe creating or fermentation if someone ever actually asks for that. But I think just sticking to reviews is the best thing. No, go away, dog. She wants to drink the alcohol. She just has her head on the table. Yeah, go away. Go. All right. But this is the Fruitlands Rosé Edition. Once again, from Modern Times. What you think so far?
I like it. I like it more than the regular one.
It is very good. It is better than the regular one. You are correct on that. Right out the back and tell it is better. It has the same alcohol concentration. Maybe. Why is the Rosé Edition better? It's the same beer though, essentially.
I think it just gives it more of a kick.
Maybe.
Does it have to do it? Is it rosé because of the the rosé wine, or is it because of the fruits? They put like more fruit in it.
Maybe, but the rosé thing is the rosé beer is very. This guy right here online put a good point, but it feels thin. It is a pretty color. It doesn't taste bad. Better than the previous Modern Times. The taste of alcohol is not really like hardcore. It's not there. Yeah. IBU is at 30, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't taste bitter at all to me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It has a little. I guess it has a little tartness on the tongue though when you drink it. But that's it. There's nothing bad about it. You know, honestly, for this one, initial scoring, because we did 2 Modern Times right now, so I want to get through those real quick. This one's better, so I'm gonna give this one 7.5. I don't think it's that much better where it deserves an 8. Whoa, get down, Fenry. Sorry guys, my dog's like being crazy. Get down. Hey, no, down. See, this is the one thing when you do a podcast where you have a dog, she wants to come in and drink the alcohol for you. All right. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I give it a 7. Nah, I moved it to 7.5, but because I gave the other one a 7.
No, the other one you gave it 6. Yeah.
This one, 7.5.
It's not bad, honestly, considering that I gave this thing. That's pretty good.
You gave it a 7.5 too, didn't you?
Yeah, but from a 6 to 7.5, that's insane.
Yeah, I was underwhelmed.
Poor Modern Times. Yeah, I would recommend it though. It's a decent beer for sours. Good choice.
Yeah,
decent choice.
It's a nice go-to.
Yeah, you won't fuck up. It's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
You won't be amazed. Maybe if it's your first time, I think you might be amazed. Because our first time with Modern Times was really good. Like, we really enjoyed it. You know.
Yeah. But are we? Because I don't know. Maybe
I remember enjoying
other good beers now that we're kind of like.
Yeah, as we went on, but that's what I'm saying. Our first time with Modern Times, it was good. Next one we're doing though, Hangar 24 Brewing, great brewing company again. Shout out to them. Give us some free beer. We're reviewing your beer. We're gonna say it's so good. Freaking shameless plug to just give us some free beer. Maybe we could review your beer more.
It's not happening.
I'm just saying, man. But no, every Hangar 24 beer we've had has been good. We obviously will never actually do a fake review just for money and just for free beer. I already have given some bad scores for previous breweries for the stout episode. Great example. Go check that one out. But almost every single stout on that episode, I gave under 5. And
because they were bad.
They were bad. Sorry, guys. Sorry, brewing companies out there, but they were bad. But if you want us to review some of your beers, just come out. Oh, Hanaro's over here, by the way. Shout out to Hanaro. He's helping us out with the podcast, which is awesome. You can check him out on YouTube. He's going to be actually tasting the beers. And he's going to come in here and actually give us his initial tasting, actually final reviews on each beer that he tasted for so far. But we should have been starting with the initial, too, because I am curious on what you thought on the previous one.
I can't open.
You can't open either one?
I can't open either. They're super hard.
While you're opening it, initial thought. Wait, which one did you start?
No, go for whichever, man. I'm going to get a bottle cap.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm taking over?
Yeah,
all right,
then.
then.
He's good. I'm going to go get my bottle cap.
Hi, I'm taking over now. Thank you, Daniel. So, we started with the, what was it?
Modern Times.
So, what's up?
My bad, go ahead.
No, what were you
I
saying?
was just like, we started with the Modern Times Fruitlands.
Oh, so it was this one, right?
Yeah.
White one? Okay. White one, definitely sour. You guys gave it, what, like a 6?
I gave it a 6.
You gave it a 6
I
and-
gave it a 7.
I'm going to agree with you, Daniel. Initial 6. This was like a little too tart for me. Rosé, I'll give it a 7, actually. Initial 7.
Yeah.
Definitely lighter, and I like this one more than this, to be honest. I mean, that's my initial one. And he's here with thing. I'm gone, bye!
No, you don't have to be so quick, man. You good.
I'm more behind camera than in front of camera, so.
I mean, that's fine. Wait, you already gave your initials?
Yeah.
That's it? All right. What was it?
Recap for you.
Yeah.
This was a 6.
All right. Fruitlands.
Fruitlands
Original
was-
Fruitlands is a 6.
And then the rosé was a 7.
7 on the Rosé Fruitland. Which Rosé edition is not a common one, so if you want to try that out, you got to go out there and get it right now, I guess. They're only doing it for a few. They usually only do like these type of seasonal beers or like the limited edition ones for a month or 2.
They're in rotation.
Yeah. They don't do it that often. So if you want one, go get one. Maybe save it. So next one we're doing is the Petrus Aged Ale, which is aged in oak fathers. Not fathers, fodder. Foeders. All right. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I apologize. I'm not gonna look that up. That's something I'm not looking up. You know.
Yeah.
But again, it's an L aged in oak fathers, something like that. It has a sour scale of 5 out of 5. But let's pop it open while Daniel gives the little rundown on the Petrus
Okay, cool.
for the aged Pel.
Petrus is yeah, this is it, huh? That's
No.
got
That's Root Brewing. This one is the aged Pel.
this one.
Yeah, no, it's 5 out of 5. There's so many Petrus out there.
They only have 2 up here.
Let me see. These might be the old ones or something. This is it. There it is. That's it. Ale aged in oak fathers. That's it. All right.
Oh,
I'm popping it. That was a very disappointing no sound on that. Usually there's a crisp, but we got no sound on the beer pudding. I apologize to that beer drinkers out there.
All right, guys. Good, cool fact from Petrus.
Pour vigorously.
I don't know what this means, but Michael Jackson is associated with this brewing company.
What the fuck? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh my! Michael Jackson, the beer hunter,
I guess there's
chose the name in the late 1990s, and he was the first to sell his beer in his beer clubs. Michael Jackson, the beer hunter. So for someone being we're starting to be interested in beer and all the things that revolve around beer. Eventually, maybe we're gonna brew our own beer. Hello, hashtag beer buds beer. But Michael Jackson apparently might just be someone who has a similar name as the Michael Jackson.
I think this is the beer hunter Michael Jackson.
Yeah, this is someone else.
Not the little kid.
Not
Friendly Michael Jackson.
yeah, not that guy. But he is a beer hunter. He chose a name in the late 299s, like you said. And he was the first to sell this beer in his beer clubs. So I don't think it is the same Michael Jackson, obviously, because I don't think Michael Jackson owned beer clubs. He owned Ferris wheels and carnivals and zoos.
Yeah. But this is a Belgian brewing company. It seems like they're not that old. Right? But when I think of like a Belgian brewing company, I think of like a really old brewery, but I'm sure it's like a cool little legit brewing company.
Yeah, Petrus is. I've had them we've had them quite a bit, and they're really, really good. I love their Petrus Sour Mango. Petrus Sour Mango has an evolving taste too. Some sours have a taste mechanism. Just a taste that evolves as you drink it. Like at first you taste it might be like super sour, but then you drink it, it turns bitter. Then at the very end, the aftertaste is like a nice fruitiness or something like that.
Yeah.
But they do change a lot, and that is one of the things I do enjoy quite a bit from them.
Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry, I wouldn't know about this. Is
the sour 5 out of 5?
This is a sour beer.
Oh, okay.
Dang,
so just so you guys know, this Petrus Aged Ale is 7.3% alcohol volume. We don't know what the IBU is. We can't actually seem to find it. Is it on the bottle by chance? It might be on the bottle by chance. And again, they use oak barrels for the fodder for this beer. But let's see. I haven't tried it yet, but it's 7.5%.
7.3. It says 7.3 on the bottle.
7.3. Sorry, 7.3%. Sour scale 5 out of 5 is what the Petrus brewing company gave it. Aged ale.
So they probably have like their own sour scale. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a sour. So this is a, So this sour, I like the sour. Interesting. Have you tasted it yet, Hanaro? This is very interesting to me. I found this interesting.
Have you tried it? Not yet.
Tried it.
Oh man.
For any listeners out there, go out there, and this is my pitch. Go out there and try it. If you like beer and you like trying something, new, just go out there. Just if you do like trying something new, because this was very interesting to me. I don't know if you know why I'm saying it's very interesting. Like, do you have an idea of why I'm saying it? I feel
why
like
you think it's interesting?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I think it's the complexity. Maybe is that why?
Yeah, and it's a nice complexity to me. To me, it has a nice complexity. So, the smell doesn't really smell anything. It just smells like sour milk. I guess.
It honestly smells pretty bad.
Yeah, like sour milk.
Yeah,
like milk's gone bad. Yeah, a little sour in it, but that's
like
what
rotten fruit.
That's what the bacteria is, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the beer is, right? So, smells bad. The feel, what would you say the feel on the mouth is? Mouthfeel?
Oh, definitely has more feel than the modern times.
Yeah, a lot more tartness, a lot harder on the tongue for sure. Stingier, or what was the?
Definitely wakes you up.
Yeah, tingly feeling in the mouth. Once again, smell was bad. Color is nice though. Sourness for sure. I don't think it's a 5 out of 5. They give it a 5 out of 5. I still give it a 4 out of 5. I had way more sour beers than these.
That's
maybe a 3.5 out of 5 for me.
I think that's why it's interesting too, because I think this is like their own scale.
That is their own scale. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And so
like,
sourness is subjective too, though, the sourness scale. So I think for a common user, this might be a 5 out of 5. Someone doesn't normally drink sour beers. This might be a 5 out of 5 for them.
This is probably the 5 out of 5 in their own spectrum of sour beers they produce then.
But for sure, like, I think for a normal sour beer drinker, this is like a 3.5. For someone who's not used to it, they might say it's a 5 out of 5, like it's super sour. Or they might go with the 80% 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
At least that's what I believe. But the taste, initially you get the sourness on your tongue. As you're drinking it, it's a pale ale. It's bitter as you're drinking it. It is bitter for me. And then it evolves at the very end into like a regular like brown ale or lager. That's how I feel. It's an evolution of flavors. You know, we enjoy the finer things in life. We were just talking about this earlier, like The Office, the finer things. But there's a nice complexity to it, and I enjoy it.
I just the aged, you can definitely taste it and smell that.
Yeah, because it does evolve in the mouth. It does come sour. Gets a little bitterness. Gets a little bit IPA. So pale ale. And it's like it just evolves into a lighter version of the pale. So maybe like a red ale or brown ale.
Yeah, so it's just, like you said, there's a bunch of layers. And then I feel it too, like, at the end, like the aftertaste. It just like crawls in the back of my mouth. It just like keeps moving.
Do you like the aftertaste? I think the aftertaste is the thing I like least about it. For me.
Okay.
I don't know about you. For me, the aftertaste is what I like the least about it. Like the lingering flavor at the end.
I think I like it because it takes me back. Like as soon as I took the first sip, like it reminds me of those really sour beers that you get on draft, and they're really cold, and this one isn't as cold. So I'm sure like we're getting more of the flavors on this one.
Yes.
Right? Because when you get something on draft and you try it the first time, it's like, whoa, it's pretty good, and then later, like it changes flavors as you finish it. And I think this one was a little overwhelming, but coming from that like modern times, this one was pretty cool. Like kind of it revitalized my taste buds.
Yeah. I do understand the reminiscing part too. The aftertaste does make you reminisce about the good times with those old sour beers and all those times you had drinking
When you're
with
like,
your friends. You're like, ah. I remember that one time
when
I
you're like,
drank
fuck, dude, guess what I ordered?
Also
This crazy ass beer.
It does get it to you. I like this one though, and one thing to hit on too, for anybody who just joined us, if you want to get more deeper into the flavor of a beer, the colder it is, the less flavor you get actually out of the beer. The warmer it is, the truer the beer flavor, the taste of the beer is. It's why sometimes when you go to Europe, you can actually see them drinking warm beer or something because it's truer to what the actual taste of the flavor of the beer is. Yeah. But where colder actually masks the flavor. That's why
it numbs it. I think isn't that because it numbs your taste buds maybe?
No, like we reviewed the reasoning behind why the cold affects it, but it has to do with the bacteria. It's like it's like the chemical, like it's not excitatory, it's slowed down, so the taste.
You like jerking it off.
My hand movie was the movement of a jerking off, but the it's like the atoms, they don't move as quickly, so maybe the chemicals aren't reacting. You know, like when it's colder.
Yeah, like a microwave.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think it had to do something with that, but for sure, this is a good beer to drink. Kind of lukewarm or whatever, room temperature. It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, and if you can't drink it, just chill it out.
Yeah, but
it'll go down easy.
It's good. I think
it's definitely a sipping beer.
What initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts, like ratings or like thoughts.
Initial thoughts, rating, whatever.
Okay, initial thoughts was like this is a real sour beer. That's the first thing that popped into my head. Because when I want sour beer, I want something interesting. This hits all the marks.
Yes, that is what a sour beer should be. Like that interesting taste, because it should be sour, but then it's an interesting sour. It's not just insanely sour. That's not the appeal of sour beers. That's
even though that's kind of fun too.
Though. It is, but then it fucks you up. you get the sour face going on with the jaw heads or whatever the hell thing. Warheads, yeah, that shit. But I think for my initial review on this, I give it an 8 out of 10 for sure. This is a good beer to me. A good sour beer. This is a good sour beer.
Nice.
Give it an 8 for sure. Might actually go up later on. Depending on how the next one tastes, this might be a higher standard than that. So it might actually go up.
Nice. I agree. I'm going to do an 8 too.
Nice. I like that. Now, what you think, man?
I'm with you. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's so nice.
8's all around.
That's very good,
nice,
right?
Yeah.
Good job, Petrus. I tell you, Petrus knows how to do their sours, man.
Yeah, Petrus, man. Way to go.
All right. Next one and last one on the list. One of my favorite companies, too, for beers.
Nice.
Breweries, Hangar 24. We've done Hangar 24 Aventura before. That was a good Mexican-style lager. I remember this shit. I remember. I'm a beer bud, dude. Hashtag Beer Buds. Follow us. Hashtag Donald Trump tweeted us today. We're his new favorite beer podcast.
The Trump. The Trump.
All right. So let me do that again because I didn't pop it in the. Oh, the noise. You didn't get to hear the. But you know, that was a bottle opening. We're kind of on Fritz today, man.
we're a little, yeah.
But this is once again Hangar 24 from Redlands, California.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Highway 11 Lime Gose.
What's it called?
Gosa.
This one?
Is it supposed to be pronounced like the
Rosa. Yeah, no, it's like Rosa. So Gosa.
Gose.
Yeah.
Gose.
So the Highway 111 Lime Gosa. Salty and sour California limes. It's a wheat Gosa. But it is a sour beer. Because Gosas, again, are sours. They're a type of sour. They're sour style. But they're sour beers. So I'm going to pour myself a little bit.
Hangar 24.
Here. Get a nice little... Pour vigorously. Don't be afraid to get head.
What's it called?
You need some head in your life. Hangar 24, Highway 111.
Because it's
Lime
not on their
Gose.
website anymore.
But you need a little bit sour in your life. Sour? I'm talking about head. You need a little bit of head in your life, not sour. I mean, sour is good too, but you need a little bit of head in your life when it comes to beers. Cause, look it up.
What was that?
Well, I mean, you can look it up as in look up why you want head in your beer.
Why you want head in your life?
I don't mean sexual innuendos by that.
Look it up.
I'm talking about the beer.
That's
right
pretty
now.
funny.
Because you need head because it actually preserves the flavor. If you don't do it, and it's actually bad for your stomach if you don't get that head out, because that's all carbonation. If you wait for it and then you drink it, that's going to start happening in your stomach once again. Previous episodes, we have talked about it. Every time this comes up, I'll hit on it real quick in every episode.
We're not alcoholics.
But we'll hit on it real quick on it. But yeah, you want the head because you want to get rid of that carbonation. It also preserves the flavor and taste of the beer. Because if you don't do it and you try to pour it without head, once you drink it, that carbonation and that little like fuzzing you see is gonna happen inside your stomach, and your stomach is not gonna be happy, and you're gonna feel bloated, and then you're gonna be fat, and no one's gonna love you.
What's wrong with being fat?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that like fat people can't get. I'm sorry. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to say that. What I mean is, like, you'll be like looking bloated. No one no one likes someone who looks bloated. It's not because they're fat. It's just they'll look bloated. So then they can't get any head. Real
And you want head in your life.
Yes.
Look it up.
All right. So, Highway 111. An ode to palms and being poolside.
Nice. Oh, dude, this is. I guess this is like a cool.
Whoa.
Did you try it?
No. Honestly, smell this. Buy this beer just to smell it. Like, put it real close, like, put it like you're about to drink it, but smell it. Don't actually drink it.
I don't smell.
You don't smell anything?
Well, I smell something, but I don't know what it is.
Dude, the lime and citrus smell of that is so strong. It's cool.
Wait, I guess it is.
I don't know, like, maybe in mine you smell it more. Don't drink it. Just, like, put it real close. Like, well, I mean, like.
If you take a sip and then smell it.
Yeah, like maybe while you're sipping, while you're sipping and smelling, you'll be able to see. But that the smell is so intense. It's actually really, really cool to me. That's an awesome smell. Sorry about that. You can continue with
That's okay.
Hangar 24. You could continue telling them what it's about.
All right, so I guess I guess this is like a cool like little Coachella Valley. It's like, is it a homage towards this cool place they're describing? They're describing like this cool like desert valley, Coachella, scenic byway, right? Because it's the Highway 111.
Yeah, so it's actually it is an homage to the actual historic Highway 111, which, like you said, links all the desert cities.
No wonder they're talking about the
In
aroma.
the-
It's probably like the aroma
in the Coachella Valley. Yeah.
this highway.
So it's actually an homage to that highway that links all those cities. It's kind of cool. So it's a kettle sour wheat ale. infused with local California limes, resulting in dry, refreshing beer with hints of salt. I don't know if I find the hints of salt. I'm not sure, but that smell, honestly, to me it smells beautiful. I love that smell. Smell wise, solid 10 out of 10, man. I could smell that all day.
Yeah.
I think I do taste the salt now. I do feel that. Legit, you know what? Honestly, it legit is exactly what it describes itself as.
Except one thing, I think.
What? The
The
sour?
sour part.
Yeah, there's not. If there is sourness to it, it's a solid sour 1 out of 5. There is some sour.
I think this isn't a sour.
It's a Gose though. A Gose is always sour.
Sour?
Yeah. Goses are a type of style of sour beer.
So
They're
this,
style of sour beers.
because this reminds me of like a lager.
Yes, and I was actually gonna say that. That's what I said. Like actually, that's exactly how it tastes like. Well, not lagers necessarily, but it reminds you of like the. I think what it's reminding you of is like a Corona when
Yeah,
they put
with
lime
lime
on it
and
and
salt.
salt on top. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Is that what? But a Gosa?
Gose is it's a sour beer
supposed to be
style.
a sour.
It's a style of sour beers.
This is like they went overboard. They overshot it with the lime.
Maybe, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it either.
I like it. I think it's interesting. I think the smell's interesting. I like the fact that you actually have to start adding the lime and the salt, and it's essentially a better version of a Corona, like by 100 times.
Yeah.
Sourness is there, kind of, like at a 0.5 for me, but it's very dead. It's a low sourness to it. But Lime Gose, Hangar 24, I think they've done it again, dude. They've done it for me again. I don't think it's something amazing, but it's something I would definitely buy again, and it's something I would drink. It's something I could drink often, and I could drink a bunch of, and I'd be fine with continuously drinking like 5 of these, 6 of these. On that note, it is a 4.7% alcohol volume concentration on it.
It's nice. It's nice. It's light. It's nice and light, but it has a flavor to it. A good flavor.
Yeah,
It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's not like Corona, where like Corona straight comes straight up from the lime and the salt they put on it. Sorry, I hate most Mexican beers.
Yeah.
At least the lager styles. Like the common ones is like Corona, Budweiser, still the one, Bud Light, Pacifico. I bought a Pacifico when so me and him went to Ohana Festival to see Mumford and a bunch of other bands, you know. Switchfoot was there, Young the Giant, Beck was awesome actually. But I had a Pacifico there. I drank like 1/3 of it and I threw out the rest because that shit was nasty.
You know what? I have like a theory on Beck, but this isn't the.
This isn't the place. Yeah. But I do want to hear it after we're done here. I do want to hear that after we're done here. But yeah, no, I just want to hit on the Pacifico being trash. So this is good to me. I like it. I love it. I love the simplicity of it. But it's a simple it's a simplicity that is something no one else has done, and because of that, it's good.
Yeah. Well,
If that
probably
makes
people have done it, but we haven't tried it.
Maybe it is possible. Yeah, there might be one out there, but like we haven't tried one yet. But something very simple it's a simple idea and it just works out.
Mhm.
I think so. It's simply a lime beer with a little bit of salt in it.
You know what's
salt.
perfect is like what they put in the bottle. Check this out. An ode to palms and being poolside. That's awesome.
This is a good poolside
Thumbs
beer.
up.
I could see myself drinking this shit at the ocean, getting it
At the
done,
ocean.
like getting the pool and drinking the poolside bars. But enough of that. Initial reviews. Actually, we're gonna almost be on our final reviewing, but initial initial scoring. What do you think?
I think I go to 7.5.
Yeah, I was feeling you were gonna be. I'm surprised you gave it that high. I thought that you were gonna be like at a 6. I'll be honest. I'm feeling an 8 as well.
Nice.
I'm feeling an 8. Maybe. Ooh, I gotta reorganize my thoughts right now. Holy shit! All right, right now initially it's 8 as well. It's with there for the Petrus. Yeah. This is
I have
gonna be
one
tough.
comment for the what is this? The Hangar 24 beer. I think I can't like I can't stop when I drink it. It reminds me of like when you bite into like a lemon. The bitter part of the lemon.
Yeah, the scale,
it just
the
like
skin.
hits me. Yeah, the
skin.
skin. That's what it is. It's
Tastes-
a little too extreme.
It is the skin of the lemon.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think, Hanaro?
7 out of 10.
Right now,
Nice.
Santa. All right. Yeah,
We're all like kind of like really.
we're in the field.
We're all of the beers. We've all been really close.
Yeah, the
Today.
problem. I think I enjoy this one more. Maybe it is because of that bitterness from. I don't know what it is, but I do agree. Like I could see people giving a lower score. That's why I was surprised you got 7.5. I was expecting 6, but it makes sense. You know, it does make sense.
You know what sold me is all their cool like odds and like homages and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think cause what I appreciate
I'm gonna
about
get myself
beers
some
too
more.
and breweries, it's like if you go like they actually go like ahead. I mean, how do you say like they go above and beyond, and they can transport you to a different place.
Yes.
By having the beer.
Yes.
Like
And
kind
that-
of like what Coca-Cola does with their ads.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
they do it on like
with their taste
a
and even
super small budget, and
Yeah.
they do it with their graphics and then their little
Label.
like descriptions and
'Cause
all that stuff.
Because to me, I can't imagine myself being poolside with this. Like that's what sold it to
Do
me
you want
too.
some more?
I want to be at a pool just drinking fucking 20 of these or some shit.
20?
I mean, I can't drink 20, but I do want to be there. You know, it's pretty good. So I think we gotta revisit our previous one, see if we need any adjustments.
Okay.
Just to remind everybody, we had the Fruitlands Modern Times regular edition. Then we had the Fruitlands Rose edition for Modern Times. Then we had the Petrus Aged Ale sour beer in the oak barrel folder. And last one is it was a Gose too, right?
Yeah,
All right. Modern Times Gose was the Modern Times was the Goses.
both of them.
And then the last one was the Hangar 24 Highway 111 Lime Gose.
Okay. Yeah.
Going back to Modern Times, do you keep your original scoring?
I do. I think I give it like a 6 and a 6.5.
Okay, so the original Modern Times is 6.
No, and then the other one's a 7.
So original Modern Times is 6. Rose.
7? I switched it to a 7.
Okay.
I think
So,
I'm due at 7.
Original Modern Times are 6, and then Rose is 7.
7.
All right, Modern Times. Going back to it, I'm gonna lower my 7 for the original style to 6.5. Rose 7. I'm a little iffy on it, but I'll give it a 7. But I'll raise the Rose up to a 7, so 6.5 for my original on the Modern Times, and a 7 for the Rose edition of the Gose from Fruitlands. The Fruitlands Modern Times Gose. All right, next one is the Petrus Aged Ale.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah, you gave it an 8. I gave it an 8 as well.
I'm gonna keep it as an 8.
You can keep it an 8.
Yeah, I didn't.
This is a tough one. I'm actually curious. Hanaro, what do you think? Final thoughts for that, for the Petrus?
Petrus, I mean, if you like sour, that's definitely like a good way to go.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping mine at like 8 out of 10,
8 out of 10.
to be honest.
Okay, because of what's been going on for the sours today, I think in terms of sours, the best one we had, I bump it to an 8.5. I'm gonna bump it.
The Petrus?
Yeah, Petrus. I'm gonna bump it to 8.5. It's definitely, in terms of sours, like he actually mentioned, it's the best one. We forgot to hit on it. What did you think about the Modern Times?
I mean, my original score still stands 7 for the first one, 6
For the Rose edition?
for the Rosé edition.
Oh, really?
They're still pretty good, but in terms of like them being sours, they can still be doing better. To be honest.
Okay. And then the very last one is this Hangar, the Lime Gose, which I loved. But are you still keeping your
My 8?
7? You give it an 8?
I gave it an 8.
Damn, that's impressive, actually.
I'm gonna keep it an 8.
All right, cool. I'm happy for a Hangar. I'm smiling for them because I liked it, dude. So I'm glad they got an 8. What about you, Hanara? What do you think?
I'll still keep it at a 7. Like, it was a good beer, but it's not that sour, but you still get like the salt and the lime in it, which
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He is right. It's difficult to grade this one, and that's why I've been like having conflictions about what my final thoughts on it is gonna be. You know what? It's still categorized as a sour. It might not be that sour, but it's categorized as a sour. Because of that, I'm giving it up there with the Petrus. You know what? I'll do one better. 8.75. Higher than Petrus.
That's funny.
But just 0.25 more than the Petrus. I think for the masses, it's a very simple beer. I don't think it's complicated. It's not overly complicated. It has some complexity to it, but it's not that complex. And I don't know. I just really enjoyed it for me personally. I really enjoyed the beer. Like I said, I could legitimately see myself drinking 20 of these by poolside. I mean, I couldn't drink that many, but like 10 probably. Poolside
10?
in the beach, yeah. Just drinking. Not that size, the smaller size, but yeah. All right, I think
Nice.
that's it. That's our episode. We still have some beer left over, you guys. We're not.
Beer.
We're gonna finish what's open. Maybe we're gonna share among our friends.
Jeffrey says he wants it all.
Yeah. But it's been Beer Buds episode 6.
Episode 6.
Sours. Next episode, we still don't know what we're gonna be.
No.
Which one we decided yet?
Filipino beers.
Oh, that's a good one. We could just do
Or
Filipino
Costco
beer.
beers.
I mean, we should do we should do Filipino beers once Jeffrey decides to actually decide to come on, and then we'll do it on that episode.
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Because we saw Japanese beers that we can do.
Oh, dang.
Like
We
the
haven't
Sapporos.
done-
Even though they're Japanese lagers, it's still lagers, right?
But then...
But they're Japanese.
but
They're from Japan.
Japanese. Sapporos
Yeah.
are good. We should do that. That's...
Kirin.
Yeah.
There's Ichiban. Or
What's-
actually, Asahi.
Asahi.
Asahi dries, yeah. But yeah, it's been episode 6. Don't forget, you guys, to follow us on social media. Check out the tweet Donald Trump did. We're his new favorite podcast for beer. Brett Kavanaugh got voted into it. All right, you know what? Just for clarification, we don't support any of that stuff. We just want that clout from Donald Trump.
We
but,
never reached out to him. I don't know how he got on.
Yeah, I don't know how he
podcasts.
found out about us, but you know, like, even though he found out about us, and you know, like we don't endorse the people
His
he
political
endorses.
views.
Yeah, we're not part of his political views, so don't hate us for that. You know, but follow us on social media.
You know what? Follow Alex Jones.
Follow Alex Jones.
Alex.
Don't forget about the reptile people out there. They
Yeah,
exist.
reptile Aliens are real.
I mean, they are. Dude. Social media is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Even though YouTube's more like a viewing site, but it's still social media. You can follow us on there, and then for the podcast once again, we are on YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, Buzzsprout. Actually, we are not on SoundCloud.
No,
Do
it's
people
not.
listen on SoundCloud? Is that a thing? I
I
actually
don't
don't know.
For music, primarily.
Oh.
I think it's permanent for music, yeah. But I
Probably.
mean, maybe one day we'll be on SoundCloud. Just
I
shout
don't
out
know.
in the comments, or somehow get in touch with us if you
Are
want
we
us
on
to be.
Apple? No, we're not on Apple.
We're not on Apple. Apple has completely like, just screwed us, and we haven't been able to get on Apple. I've contacted. I haven't had any
You know
luck.
what? We should have President Trump.
Yeah, just kick them out. Send them across the border and build a wall afterwards, so they can come back in. And I think that's it. Yeah. And remember, for each of these sites, it's just the Beer Buds. If you just type in the Beer Buds, it's gonna come out, and that's TheBeerbudz, not with an S, Buds, because that's already taken. Someone else had that already.
Some Instagram people.
Yeah, so we had to do with the Z. But yeah, make sure to follow us. Once again, it's been the Beer Buds for episode 6. Sour beers. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Any of the beers, once again, if you want to see them, you can see them on social media and YouTube. We posted pictures on there.
We post almost daily.
Oh, actually, yeah.
No, we don't.
No, I kind of almost post daily. I kind of try to be on that. But yeah, thank you for listening. It's been Beer Budz Carlos.
Beer Budz Daniel.
And before we go, one last thing too, actually, I forgot to mention. Shout out to Hangar for helping out with the lighting and the video, like the setup,
Thank you, man.
helping us out. Yeah, you seen him for sure. If you you've heard him on the podcast, but you for sure seen him on YouTube or you've watched the social media. You've seen him on the social
his
media.
own channels.
He has his own channels too, which is shout out to.
You want to plug?
I mean,
Plug.
I'll put it in the. I'll edit
Oh,
this for
sweet.
you guys, and I'll put it at the bottom.
All right, well, plug in. Yeah, check out down here on my nipples for his cow or his not cloud, is it? The plug. His channel, his YouTube channel.
Plug Carlos's nipple.
But once again, it's been an episode. Thank you. And Beer Budz signing out.
Peace.